starkly illustrates this bamboozling Premier League season.
Hi and welcome to the season preview show. I am Adam Afi and this is Super Football. We're gonna start by looking at this season previewing the top six clubs in the Premier League, starting with the defending champions Manchester City. How they're going to defend their title? Are they going to retain their title? I think they're going to retain their title. They're too good, as you can see the way they dismantled Chelsea in the Community Shield. The main problem is about Manchester City is their complacency. The two times the previous two times they won the Premier League, they did not retain it because they became a bit complacent. And I don't think you'll find that in the Pep Guardiola team. Pep Guardiola does not allow complacency within his team. Manchester City won the record margin, 19 points. 19 points to Manchester United, and they finished with 100 points in the Premier League. That's also a record. They broke many records in the Premier League: best goal difference, best goal scored, most away wins in the season. They broke a lot of records last season. I don't think they're going to repeat that, but I don't think there's any other team that can stop them winning the league again. And they're going on the right direction by the way you can see in the Community Shield. They brought in Riyad Mahrez from Leicester, paying 60 million for him to come into the club. They're bringing him a Premier League winner and a PFA Player of the Year winner. He's a fantastic footballer. He's got a lot of magic moments in him, and I'm very sure he's gonna improve the team. How is he going to fit into the team? That's another question. Is he going to start ahead of Sterling or Sane or Silva or any of the players? We're going to have to see, but I think as you saw in the Community Shield, he's going to start in the next game also in the Premier League against Arsenal at the Emirates, and it's going to be another successful season for Manchester City, and it's going to be hard to see which team can stop them. You can say Manchester United or Liverpool or any other team, but I think Manchester City has got too much to win the league again, and they're going to work it again. Moving on to the newest challenges, we can go. We're going to use the way teams finished last season, so we're going to move to Manchester United. Manchester United, the main problem for them is their manager. Manager is complaining and is talking about other teams buying players, and he's not happy with the business the club has done. The main question Manchester United have to answer is how are they going to cut down the 19 points difference they they finished behind Manchester City last season, and they've tried to do that by signing three players, bringing in Diego Dalot from Porto, Lee Grant, and Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk. And this is very interesting because Fred has been brought to bring out the best in Pogba. This is probably the first time we are seeing a player being bought for another player. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to get the best out of the World Cup winner Pogba. And it's interesting because if Pogba has a good season, Manchester United will have a good season. Do I think they will win the league? I don't think they will win the league, mainly because of their manager, Jose Mourinho. He's not a Manchester United manager. He plays too defensive. When teams back the bus, they don't have that much cutting edge in their team to unlock teams and secure wins. And their players sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't show up. So we'll have to wait and see. They can win the league, but I don't think they can. They will win the league. So we'll have a wait and see what will happen. Moving on to Liverpool. Liverpool, they have recruited well by bringing Alisson after the Karius debacle in the Champions League final. They've also brought in Keita, Fabinho, and Shaqiri. This is a very good transfer window for Liverpool. They splashed the cash You can say they got the cash from when they sold Coutinho to Barcelona, but they also spent in January to buy Van Dijk for 75 million pounds. So it looks encouraging for Liverpool, mainly because last season when they started they needed this defender. That's when they bought Van Dijk, and when they finished, Emre Can has left, so they needed a defensive midfielder. So they brought in Fabinho, and with the injury to Oxley Chamberlain and Coutinho moving on, they're bringing Naby Keita to try and ease that problem for them, because Chamberlain could be out for the rest of the season, and Naby Keita can cover in the box and and they've also brought in Shaqiri. Shaqiri can cover the creativity that Coutinho went with. I don't think Liverpool have a good creative midfielder. That's why they were after Nabil Fekir, and it was a shame they did not get him. And it's also a very big season for Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp is is really under pressure to win the title this season, because remember when he first came in, he said after 4 seasons they will have won one title. This is the 4th season, so he has to win this season, and he's under pressure to perform after they've splashed the cash. Are they going to win the league? No. Why? Because I don't think they have that cutting edge to win the league. When you talk about Manchester City, when you come onto them, they can hit you on the counter. When you sit deep, there are players who can cut you open, like the De Bruyne, the Silvas. For Liverpool, they want you to come onto them so they can hit you on the counter. They want you to come onto them so they can leave space for Salah and Mane to run into and score goals. But when teams sit deep, it's hard for them to cut them open. They don't have that creativity to cut them open. As you can see, last season they finished with one of the highest number of draws in the Premier League. I don't remember really well, but they finished with a high amount of draws, mainly because they could not break down teams. A primary example is when they play Swansea, or you can say Manchester United. They never won against Manchester United, mainly because Manchester United went and parked the bus against them, and they did not have that cutting edge to create chances and score goals, because they did not have that space to run in behind. Unlike Manchester City, when you sit back, they have the players to cut you down. But Liverpool, I don't think they have. They have brilliant players. They did fantastic by buying Alisson and Fabinho and Shaqiri and Keita, but I think they're just gonna finish second. Yeah, because I think it's gonna be hard for them this season a bit. It's gonna be easier than the last season, but they're not gonna win the league. That's just my opinion. You have different opinion, get into the comments and tell us about it. Moving on to the next team, Spurs. Spurs is another season that they are moving into a new stadium. Last season they played or you can say almost all their games away from home, as they were playing their home games at Wembley. But now this season they are moving back to the new White Hart Lane, and they had to sign anyone this season. I think it's about 1.5 hours to go, transfer window to shut, and they have not signed anyone, and we'll have to wait and see if they can sign anyone at the end of this transfer window. It looks like they're not going to sign anyone, so I think Pochettino is under pressure to win a trophy. He hasn't won yet in his career, and he's under pressure to win at least a trophy, even if it's the Carabao Cup, as it was called this season. I don't know what it will be called this season. So he's under pressure to win a trophy, and you can say with Harry Kane, it's easy to win a trophy, but it hasn't happened yet. Harry Kane is a fantastic footballer, fantastic finisher. He scores goals from different angles, whether it's the tap in from 30 yards, orthodox goals, the one he scored last season in September against Everton. He scores goals every time, probably not in August, but all the other months probably he scores goals. like you saw in the World Cup, he won the Golden Boot, and I think he's the main man for Spurs. Without Harry Kane, I think they can finish easily seventh or sixth. They have good players. They have good players to finish in the top four. They have Vertonghen, they have Ali, they have Heung-min Son, Kane. But without Kane, they're not a top four team in my opinion. Yeah, so I'm an Arsenal fan. It's easy to see why I think like that. But I don't think Spurs are that good, and as I've said, they are not signed anyone yet. So we'll have to wait and see, and where they will finish this season, and I hope it's seventh, even 10th, as I'm an Arsenal fan. So I'll enjoy it probably. So let's move on to Chelsea. Chelsea, they have appointed Mauricio Sarri from Napoli. He's a fantastic manager, an attacking manager, though he has never won any trophy. That's a big problem for them because that's the same as Pochettino. They are fantastic managers, but they have never won anything. They don't know how to win, and that's a very big thing. And if you have to compete for the title and chase trophies in Europe, so it's going to be a change of style for Chelsea. They used to the Mourinho on counter defensive style, but Sarri is a more open, attractive, attacking football, and that's a style that Chelsea are not used to. Probably what Abramovich has been looking in his, since the beginning of his tenure. He hasn't got that. Though he's won trophies, but he's not got attractive football, I should say. So it's going to be a different style for Chelsea. They've signed in Kepa, Kovacic, and they'll let Courtois go, replacing with Kepa, who they have paid a world record £71 million for. They paid the release clause to Athletic Bilbao to bring him into the club. Kepa is a very fantastic keeper. He's a young talent. You can say the next David De Gea. Is a good shot stopper. He can save the shots from everywhere. He's fantastic in that position. But the problem is he's coming into the Premier League. The Premier League is another animal. As you can see, when De Gea first moved into the Premier League, it was a bit hard for him. He had to adapt to the physicality of the Premier League. He had to come for crosses. He had to save his team a lot of times. Unlike in La Liga, where they're not that so much quality that can trouble their team. So it's going to be different for Chelsea. They brought in Jorginho, who Sarri has brought in from Napoli. He's trying to help him. He's trying to. Sarri is going to try and help him. Sarri is looking up to him to bring his child to the club. His player is coming within. He's the one who represents the style of play that Sarri wants to play, and it's going to be a daunting midfield, to be honest, because it's going to be Jorginho, fantastic footballer, Kante, World Cup winner, and Kovacic, 3 times Champions League winner. So it's going to be intriguing to watch Chelsea this season. New style, new manager, and the most important thing for Chelsea is that they have kept Hazard and Willian. Their 2 main players. They have kept Hazard and Willian. Hazard is probably one of the best players in the world on this day. Willian, on the other hand, is a hard worker, a consistent performer. Week in, week out will give you at least 7 out of 8, 7 out of 10. So we'll wait and see what they can do this season. Now moving on to the last team that finished 6th last season, and that is Arsenal. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I think we're gonna finish 6th again. Reason why it's a transition year after Arsene Wenger leaving, which was way overdue. They brought in Emery, and who is trying to revolutionize the club, bringing in new style, the pressing style, making players work a bit harder. As you can see in the YouTube videos and everything, you can see there's a bit of change in the Arsenal. A lot of a lot of people have left. The new staff, coaching staff, and even the medical staff are new. So it's going to be different this season for us. And they've signed 5 players. They're strengthening the spine. That's good to see. They brought in Leno to give Czech a bit of competition. Brought in Socrates from Borussia Dortmund. They brought in Torreira, the Uruguayan, and they brought in experience of Liechtensteiner from Juventus, and brought in the youth of Guendouzi, who was brilliant in the pre-season. So we'll wait and see how they can gel into the team and perform for Unai Emery. Unai Emery is a proven manager in Europe. He's won 10 trophies in the last five years. 5 years as a manager. He was won 3 consecutive Europa League titles, where Arsenal are right now. This season for Arsenal is all about getting back to the Champions League, whether it's finishing in the top 4 or winning the Europa League. It's all about getting back to the Champions League. And when you have Lacazette and Aubameyang in your team, it's a bit encouraging. They'll be fantastic in pre-season. They are proven goal scorers. Aubameyang came in February and scored 10 goals. That's more than many strikers got in the Premier League last season. Lacazette was his first season, and he was disrupted in the middle by an injury which he had to get an operation. Hoping now it's behind him and he can give his best for Arsenal, like he did for Lyon. So that's the preview for the top 6 in this season, and hope you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe.